Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. On this channel, we cover all things reality TV news and gossip. We cover your favorite reality TV shows like Sister Wives, maybe not so much the Duggars, but we do keep up with the Duggars on this channel as well. 90 Day Fiance, a lot of Teen Mom drama going on that we are covering. So if you are not subscribed to the channel and that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing to this channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the latest that's going on with Jenelle Eason's son, Jace. There's been a lot of allegations have been coming out, and more information is coming out. And I swear, if I know everybody gets on to me for messing with my hair, but you guys, I see it on like 3 screens, so I do apologize. So trigger warning for this video, you guys. Trigger warning that this video is going to be discussing mental health, um, unaliving, talk of unaliving, running away, and it involves a teen. And it's a very, very sad situation. So I am going to bring it back just a little bit. You guys know that Jenelle Eason received custody of her son, Jace. At 14, you can lose custody that quick. So Janelle lost custody of Jace. She signed over custody of Jace when he was just a few months old. Barbara, her mother, finally turned him back over to her when he was 14 years old because Barbara, had reached the age of 70, had retired, and, was struggling. So she thought that Janelle was doing better, and she signed Jace over to Janelle. Janelle had actually taken Barbara to court several times to try to get custody back of her son. Barbara thought that maybe things would be okay and that Jace would be okay with his mother. She wanted to give Janelle the opportunity to attend to her son. Janelle had literally taken Barbara to court like 2 or 3 times over the past 14 years to try to get custody back of Jace. And each time it was denied. A judge denied it and said, no, he's going to stay right where he is. However, earlier this year, I say in March, Janelle said in April, Barbara said, hey, I'm going to give you the chance to raise your son, signed over the paperwork, and Janelle got custody of Jace, and Jace moved in with them. Since then, Jace has run away 3 times. This last time that he ran away, it has just been a domino effect of horrible things coming out about what potentially has been happening. And I've told you guys this before that it was going to be 9 o'clock, but more and more stuff has been coming out. So I decided to bump it up. I've told you guys before that I have talked to sources if you follow my channel along, you probably know that I've talked to her brother. He used to be in my chat. Also Janelle's ex-best friend that tried to help her move on one occasion when she was going to leave David. She brought a friend and her friend's husband to help her, and David pistol whipped the friend's husband. Well, that friend came to me with the recorded video of the situation taking place. And David was yelling and screaming and threatening these 2 men that came to help Janelle. One of these men had been best friends with Janelle for years, was actually on the show a couple of times. And Janelle asked him, will you come help me? And he said, yeah, let me get my husband. My husband will come and we'll get what we can. We'll get you and those kids out of there. And when they got there, David lost it. And this was back in 2020, I do believe. David lost it. And he was yelling and screaming. And Janelle's friend actually started recording on his phone. And at one point, the phone kind of goes in front of Anthony's face, and Anthony looks terrified. And David is yelling and screaming, and he says, yeah, he's threatening these guys, and he ends up pistol whipping one of the guys in front of the children. So when Janelle says, oh, our children doesn't see us fight, they don't see us yell, that is a lie. It is actually on that video, is actually on my channel. And that was one of Janelle's best friends that came to me with information. So when you cover topics like this, oftentimes you will have people that come to you that know these people, and they will give you this information. And I can tell you guys that I have been talking to a couple of people about the situation. And while I've been very careful with what I have said, because just out of the privacy of what's going on, I haven't said anything before it's been reported, I've been waiting for it to be out there before I've spoken on it. But when it comes out there and it's in the Ashley and Rue was talking about it, then I feel like I can say, okay, this is what they're saying, and this is what I was potentially told as well. But Janelle called 911 this past Thursday night at 8 p.m. Said that Jace had snuck out of his window. Y'all listen to this. Listen to this. Janelle called 911, and I'm sorry if I yell when I will get loud. So Janelle called the cops Thursday night at 8 p.m. saying that her son had snuck out of a window. I can tell you that is a lie. Pretty sure that's a lie. Okay. He was actually spotted by two people for sure, walking down the street at 6 p.m. Thursday and then 7 p.m. Thursday night, 2 hours before Janelle even called the police. Okay. Also, the situation that took place did not happen allegedly at 8 o'clock, and he did not run away allegedly at 8 o'clock. It was a couple of hours prior. Okay. I don't know what took Janelle so long to call the police, and I don't know if they had to try to get their story straight or what it was, but she called the police at 8 p.m. and said he snuck out of his window. Anyways, he put in a phone call to Barbara and said, May, can you please come get me? David assaulted me. Please come get me. And she said, oh my God, Jace, get somewhere safe. May can't come get you because I'm already, I was just in court with your mother earlier today for a restraining order. If I go get you, they're going to have me arrested for kidnapping. Just get somewhere safe. Like, call me and let me, get somewhere safe and call me and update me. So Jace Friday night was at the hospital, and I did not know that because Saturday I did a live, and I did not know. I think I did a live Friday night, and I actually did not know that. I think I found out Saturday that he had been found Friday, maybe. Either way, Friday he did go into the hospital, and it was alleged that Barbara was with him, or that she had, in fact, did show up, and he told the hospital that David had assaulted him. Right? So David and Janelle, they pay this guy who runs this like search and rescue team to look for Jace. And he puts out a video on his public page saying, I'm looking for Jace. His dad is David. His mom is Janelle from Team Mom. Jace is, this height and weighs this much, could be wearing X, Y, and Z, and could potentially be with a group of guys that he just met. Jace did not run off with anybody. He ran off by himself. Thank you all. Apologies. Yeah, so I found that's right. I found out Saturday. So, okay. So today it came out, that hospital allegations of abuse, and that Jace was not back at the property. Now they actually put out another article. Let's read this article, and I would just kind of confirm what I know to be what my sources told me as well. And if there's anything in here that my source did not tell me, I'll say, my source didn't tell me that. And I will say that I spoke to a couple of people that told me things in advance, but I was, when your sources say hold off on that, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? And I was just really hoping, honestly, I don't even know if maybe the best thing would have been to, not speak on anything until David and Janelle were arrested, maybe, because they've kind of been warned. And we're all wondering, like, why haven't they been arrested? Why haven't they been arrested? Well, maybe they ran. Like, we don't know, because I feel like they got the warning that the police were, like, coming for them. Either way, I do know how outlets are. And if they get something from a police report, they will post it. And I do understand that. I do get that they will post it. Also, let's remember that Janelle called the police and said he snuck out of his window. Also, on social media, Janelle did a live. Janelle posted a little short live on her social media account Saturday saying, it's true, Jace has been found. He is safe, which threw a lot of people for a loop because she never said he's home. Yes, Jace ran away, but he's home and he's safe. She never said that. A lot of people was like, hold up, she didn't say he was home. He was not home. Jace has not been home since Thursday. And I don't think he will be home for quite a while. Okay. So she claims it was girlfriend issues. Makes me so mad. Okay. Exclusive. Janelle Evans' son Jace removed from Janelle's care following accusations that husband David Eason assaulted Jace. Janelle Evans responds. Okay, so I can say that like he was not physically removed from her custody because he was not there. You know, he ran away, went to the police, and emergency things were filed. So Janelle no longer has custody of Jace, but they did not have to go to the house to get him because he was in the hospital when everything went down, from my understanding. Okay, the Ashley can exclusively confirm that Janelle Evans' son Jace has been removed from Janelle's care and has been placed in the care of CPS custody. I can also say this is not entirely correct the way that this is being CPS is overseeing where he's at right now. But he's not in state's custody. He's not in state's custody, and he is not in juvie or anything like that. He has been, obviously, CPS is overseeing what's happening with him because he was taken off his medication. He was not going to his behavioral therapy appointments from what we heard. So I would have to imagine that he needs to be stabilized and get back on his medication. Okay. So I don't know if maybe the Ashley is saying he's in the care of CPS because they're overseeing the situation and they have placed him, so to speak. So maybe that's why people keep saying he's in CPS custody, is because CPS were the ones that stepped in and removed him. They did. CPS was the ones that, were at the hospital and said, okay, we're removing him from her care and we're placing him X, Y, and Z, you know? Okay. I can verify, Megan, that CPS did not bring Jace to the hospital to be evaluated. That that happened afterwards. But first, it was due to alleged injuries, if that makes sense. And I'm trying to just be. Let me go ahead and see what all the Ashley is putting out there. Okay, he is not in jail at this moment. The Ashley can also confirm that Janelle and her husband, David Eason, were already under investigation by CPS, even before Jace ran away Thursday. I can also confirm that through very solid sources, okay? That when Jace ran away the first time was when CPS got involved. Okay. Multiple media outlets have been running a statement from Janelle's manager, August King, that claims CPS only got involved after Jace was hospitalized. This is false. And from what my source has told me, that is false. They started investigating after he ran away the first time and was expelled from school. Obviously, I mean, wouldn't you think they would? Obviously, it would make sense. A 14-year-old who just got placed back with his biological mom, who had not been in his biological mom's custody since he was 6 months old, he gets placed back with her. 5 months into it, he's getting expelled from school and he's running away. Obviously, that's when they're going to start investigating, okay? As the Ashley previously told us, Jace allegedly told his grandmother Barbara that Janelle's husband David assaulted him, and that's why he ran away from the land, and that was on Thursday. According to a police report obtained by the Ashley, Barbara informed the police what Jace had told her and stated that she was unable to pick Jace up when he called her due to the ongoing legal and custody issues. Jace was under legal custody of Janelle at this time, so Barbara could have been charged with kidnapping or other crimes had she picked Jace up when she wasn't his legal custodian. Had Janelle pressed charges on her, and I think for sure Janelle would have pressed charges. It is unknown if Barbara has or will get legal custody of Jace back, either temporary, emergency, or full legal custody. Barbara has, I can tell you now that Janelle, from what my sources said, Janelle does not have custody of Jace. despite the fact that she is, despite the fact that Janelle is saying online, like an hour before it was put out that she lost custody, Janelle was literally on Twitter saying, I have custody of my children. When, according to sources, she does not. Okay. As the Ashley previously reported, Barbara was spotted at a North Carolina hospital on Saturday, which suggests things may have changed since Thursday in regards to Barbara not having legal access to Jace. Janelle took to Twitter on Monday to state that Barbara is telling lies about her and her family. So, what about the people that Barbara is not their source? Yes, Courtney, I can confirm that is true. So what about the multiple the other people? There's somebody on Twitter right now saying, does Janelle know that there's footage of this? Does Janelle know, like, while Janelle's saying it has nothing to do with David? Okay, well, let me tell you guys something. Because probably Janelle had no idea that there's camera footage of this, of where this took place. Okay, this took place in a place that had footage, had cameras, okay? There was cameras there. And it was caught on camera. And I don't know if Janelle knows this or not, but she tried to say this had nothing to do with David. You know, this is because girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. He snuck out of his window when, from what anybody that says they have sources, the Ashley, Rue, me, multiple people that I've spoken to, has all heard the same thing. Everybody has heard the same thing. That Thursday night, David attacked Jace. Jace left, called his Maymay, and said, Maymay, come get me. David attacked me. And she said, I can't get somewhere safe. You know, let me see what I can do, but I cannot pick you up because if I do, they're going to charge me with kidnapping. Janelle and Barbara had just been in court earlier that day for a restraining order that a judge dismissed. But Barbara, I'm sure that scared her, you know? So I'm sure Barbara probably called I would have to imagine, and I don't know how Janelle could be mad. If Jace called Barbara and said, hey, David assaulted me, Barbara's first thing should have been was to either call police or CPS, one of the two. You know, at 11 p.m. that night, Janelle called 911 again and said, go to my mom's house. My son is missing. My mom is probably hiding him. So the police went to Barbara's house Thursday night and confirmed that he was not there. But Barbara did tell him, he did call me. And he said he ran away because he was attacked by David. By Friday night, he was in the hospital. And Barbara was there. And he was telling the police that David attacked him. There's more stuff coming out. And you guys will probably see me talking about this a lot because as more comes out, I will continue to anything that comes out, I'm going to be on this to talk about it. So I was told there's somebody on Twitter right now saying it. Rue is saying it. The Ashley saying it. Plenty of people are saying that this attack was caught on camera. That David assaulted Jace, allegedly, and where they were at had cameras. Okay? Just put that into perspective. If this is true, and I'm being told that it is, like solid information is true. That's what I was told. The way that Janelle lied and blamed Jace, could you imagine if you were the child and you had just moved back in with your mom months prior and your dad jumped on you somewhere and your mom does not jump in to defend you? Your mom just sits there and watches it? And the police report also states that he had marks on his arms and his neck. Okay? Why he's not in jail? I saw somebody ask Rue that, like, hey, why is David not in jail? And Rue said, David's being David. David's doing what David does. So I don't know if he ran because it was put out very early that the police were coming for them. So that's why I say, like, I wish we probably would have held off. Like, anybody would have held off saying that the police were coming for him. Just kind of let it linger, so where maybe they think nobody's paying any attention to it. I don't know. But it was put out that the police were coming. David did see that because he retweeted it. So I don't know if they've left the land. They do have a gate at the end of their property. So it's not like the police can just drive up, you know. There was also cameras when she pulled a gun on that guy. Didn't stop her from calling Jace a liar when he 100% told the truth. Exactly, Nick. 1,000%. So maybe she did know that there was cameras, but she don't care because she thought they would never come out. Yes, Leisha. So let's continue to read what the Ashley has. Okay. Janelle took to Twitter on Monday to state that Barbara is telling lies about her and her family. But I imagine all the other sources are lying as well, right? She also claimed that she has custody of her kids, though she did not specifically say she had custody of Jace. She said, "My children are always first." Lies. That's why they're still in my custody. Janelle wrote, "Y'all don't know. I don't post everything. This isn't about David, whether you want to believe him or not. My mom says a lot of untrue things lately to everyone about me, but wanted me to have custody. Your mom wanted you to have custody because she's getting older in age. She thought you was doing better, and she wanted to give you that chance, Janelle. That's why. Honestly, I don't know why my mother is acting the way that she is. What makes Janelle think that her mom is the source? Literally, the entire reason we found out, well, not everybody, but the entire reason why the internet found out that Jace was in the hospital Thursday night is because someone saw them and put it out. Barbara did not put it out. Someone was in the ER in North Carolina and said, "Hey, I had my daughter in the ER last night," and Jace walked in. Barbara was with him. He told him that David attacked him. That wasn't Barbara that put that out. So I don't know why she's assuming that Barbara is doing all this. Yeah, Barbara's not acting, she's reacting. I mean, anybody in the chat, grandmothers, if your child came to you, your grandchild came to you and said, "My stepdad or my stepmom just attacked me," what would you do? What would you do? And I did see another photo. That photo is back online servicing the marks on Kaiser's bottom that Nathan took and put him on Twitter. I mean, he kind of blurred him out a little bit, but you could still see the bruises on the side of his bottom, from David. And he said they were from David. Lacey, thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. This isn't about David, whether you want to blame him or not. My mom says a lot of untrue things lately to everyone about me, but wanted me to have custody. Imagine what you don't hear from my side. Honestly, I don't know why my mother is acting the way that she is. I feel now she's using police to falsify reports, just trying to make us look bad as a family. There are multiple people involved in this situation, and they know the truth, and so does God. Well, where are these people? Why haven't anybody spoke up? Just for insight, she has not tried speaking or visiting my kids since July. First off, you've had Jace's phone since early August. What's after July? August. June, July, August. You took Jace's phone when he ran away after getting expelled in August. So maybe she hasn't talked to Jace since July. But his phone was taken shortly thereafter. I'm so confused at this moment, and I wish I had one parent that was stable enough to talk to. I wonder if Jace feels that way. I wonder if Kaiser feels that way. The Ashley will update this story when there's more info available. Okay. Now, let's get over to see. There's some screenshots that I want to look at with you guys. This is her responding to people on Twitter, right? Somebody said, most definitely believe Jace. I also believe Barbara before I believe you or David. And Janelle says, well, my husband is still a free man, so I definitely don't need your approval. Then why even respond if you don't need this person's approval, if you don't need to convince this person? You know what I'm saying? But just because your husband is still a free man doesn't mean that he's innocent. I mean, does it mean that he's guilty? No. But we don't know why your husband's a free man. We don't know if you guys have taken off the bunny rabbit Australia. We don't know. We don't know if the police are just getting as much information as possible. Like, we don't know. Yes. I've been told that. I've been told that, and other people that talk to sources have also been told that Janelle does not have custody of Jace. You know? Okay, so right here is where Brianna De Jesus jumped in the mix. Brianna she retweeted the Ashley's article. So I cannot support this. It's one thing for your husband to ruin your career, but now he's ruining your chances with your son. You fought so long to get back. Get out now before it's too late. Those babies need you. My place is always open for you and the kids. And Janelle said, I'm going to call you. Then I want a public apology, Brianna. Somebody said, public apology for what? For offering up her place for you and your kids? Jace has ran away multiple times. That's not teenager behavior. There's clearly an issue that you need to address. Put your kids first. Let's see. Somebody says rewatching Teen Mom 2, season 8. My husband can hear my something, and every time PB and Janelle on he goes, is that I don't know. But Janelle says no, it's called editing, and you two are gullible AF. Let's see. She told Brianna, well, you want to answer the phone, but you have no idea what you're speaking about. There's a reason why I'm being quiet. There's two sides to every story. And when you hear my side, your jaw will hit the floor. I'm sick and tired of my mother's lies. My kids are in my custody. Okay, I really feel like, because you guys, it's out there. I've seen it other places. I saw someone else report that he had scratches on his arms and his neck, and that was the evidence. That's why he was immediately taken from her custody. Let me tell you guys something. I've seen several people that often put out correct information, and I was told this as well before any of this came out. So the fact that this is coming out and I was told the same thing makes me think, well, it's clearly true, right? But so it's come out that there was evidence on his neck and his arms on Jace that he had been assaulted, right? Can you imagine what she's going to say? She's like, when you hear my side, your jaw will hit the floor. I feel like, and this is just me assuming, like, I feel like we're going to hear her say something like Jace beat himself up and ran off and lied on David. Like, I really feel like that's like, I really feel like we could potentially hear her say that. Jace got mad. He started punching himself, scratching his neck, and then took off. Like, and if that's what we hear, I'm really like, why did you not report that then? Why did you not contact the police and say this is what our son done? Why not call his behavioral therapist and say this is what my son is doing? I don't know. I just feel like that's probably what we're going to hear. Her already putting it out there. Your jaw will hit the floor when you hear my side. Someone tweeted that they read Jace was removed by CPS, and Janelle said that's not true. She deleted that tweet with it. Because I don't think Janelle thought that we were going to find all this information out. I think Janelle thought that because he was a minor, that the information would be private and that nobody would be able to get any information. I also feel like she had no idea that there was potential video footage of this, that certain people would not speak up. that certain people would remain quiet about it. And when a grown man attacks a child, even if the child popped off, even if the child was running his mouth, if a grown man, say Jace was just being, a smart aleck kid, I don't know, and saying things, and David's sitting here like, oh, he's expelled from school, he's run away twice, and say, Jace is popping things off, and David loses it and attacks him. Do you think any adult there is going to think that it was okay, even if Jace was being rude? I don't think any adult that was there and witnessed this would think that it was okay. I don't think they were at David and Janelle's. And also, don't text me anymore trying to persuade me to get my job back. So Brianna's texting you saying, Janelle, you should get your job back. I think Brianna knows it's not up to you. A true friend would have texted and said, hey, you all good? Then maybe you would know the truth. Janelle, in my opinion, you know nothing about the truth. The truth does not come from you, in my opinion. All right. My children are always first. That's why they're still in my custody. Y'all don't know. Shh. I don't post everything. Yeah. Okay. I think I already posted this. This isn't about David, whether you want to blame him or not. Okay. I just don't know where she's getting it, that this is her mom spreading this. Like, who told you that it's your mom? I don't know what makes her think her mom is putting all this information out there. Because let me tell you something. If they got the footage, where would they have gotten that from? Not Barbara, because it didn't happen at Barbara's house. You know what I'm saying? So let's get in, and I do want to check out Rue's tweets, and any tweet that Rue posted that I can also say, yep, that's what I heard as well. I will tell you guys that. Rue is an account that has posted about Janelle for a while. I don't know who Rue is. I can only say that there has been times that when I'm keeping up with Janelle and her situation, that I'll see that Rue posts something that seems to be accurate. And she's posted things, before they've happened before. But I do want to just say, like, I don't know who Rue is specifically, but it does seem that Rue has been correct about some information. So I'm going to show you guys what Rue said, and then I'm going to tell you guys if I can, if I heard this as well. All right, let's go down a little bit. All right. And we're going to, so this was the 30th. So this was Saturday night. So this was, Jace was at the hospital Friday night. So Saturday night, Rue put, hide your weed, hide your guns. Just saying. And when I saw that, I had already been informed that the police could potentially be that the police should be arresting someone in the near future, right? So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because from what I heard he should be getting arrested. Somebody said he's posting about you on his page. David retweeted what Rue said, which then kind of made me like, oh, holy crap. Like, are they going to be home now? Like, are they going to try to run now that they are seeing, that people are saying that the police are coming for them? Like, hopefully he don't run. Is it me? Am I the drama? Do you think Jace running away is a result of what happened in court the day before? And Rue said, no, it's just David, 100% David. I was told that as well, that this was strictly a situation that happened between Jace and David. Well, Jace did tell Janelle he didn't want her to marry David. He was a wise child with a great intuition. Rue says, just got to let the police do what they got to do, and more info will get out. David is a POS, and she stays with him by choice. I was also told, my source said, there's so much going on, and soon it will all come out. You can tell your subscribers that soon it will come out. When I have a source, if they tell me not to say something, I don't. Even if it's something that I know will bring a ton of views. I am very respectful of my source's wishes, so uh, if you contact me over a story, I will only release what you tell me to. Um, and I think that's how it should be. When you contact somebody that has a platform and you want them to put something out, I think they should always be very respectful and put out what you want them to. The one thing that I have to say is that I hope the ring cam footage isn't released to the public. Considering that it is a minor, it may not be, but it's definitely going to be used in court. And I will tell you that people will try to get it. If people are going to try to get it. Okay. Surely she won't stay with him if he's done with the rumors say. And I read that and I'm like, she already stayed. She already stayed. She saw it. She didn't do anything from allegedly, and she stayed. He ran away Thursday night. Here we are Saturday. If what is being said is true, that David jumped on Jace Thursday night and she's still there, she's not going to run away. It's not their footage, Trish. So thank you for asking that. But the footage of what's being said, they were not at their house. So this is not their footage. The rumors of him assaulting poor Jace, as sad as it is, she'll stay with David and blame everyone else but the one she should blame, which is David. Janelle is now saying he's just running away to be with a girlfriend, which really ticked me off because I knew that wasn't true. Is David finally going to prison where he belongs? Woo, this is intense. I hope both David and Janelle are held accountable and the kids can be safe. Let's go. Let's do this. The scrambling and fighting and fussing is going to be epic on this one. Please tell me there's more substantial than vague rumors. I mean, I know you can actually tell me. I'm just yelling at the universe. About effing time. This is about to get very ugly. Knowing what we know about his arsenal, I'm sure they're going to be very careful knowing that the kids are involved. And let me be honest with you guys. With everything that's been out there and what I was told, I don't know why David has not been arrested yet. He should have been. He should have been arrested Friday night. With as bad as what is being said, Friday night when the cops left the hospital and saw the marks, I don't know why he was not immediately arrested. It could potentially be because they are trying to get the kids out first, and maybe they were going to wait until the kids were at school and daycare and go get them then, because that's what they did last time. Last time, they waited until the kids, it was Jace was not there. He was still at Barbara's. Kaiser was at daycare, I think. Yeah. So they last time they did this in a way to where they did not have to go in and physically remove the kids. So maybe they were waiting until Monday, Tuesday, I don't know, to try to remove the kids first. That way, when they went in for the arrest, the kids would not be there. But at this point, it's all out. It's all out there. And, they know that the police are aware about this. They know that Jace, why isn't Janelle got on her platform saying, bring my kid home? Why is she not calling the police department saying, where's my child? I have custody of him. You can't just hold my child for me. Where is he? Why isn't she online flashing the paper saying, Columbus County Sheriff's Department will not tell me where my son is? Because she can't, in my opinion. And from what my understanding of the situation is. Okay, it's about time. Can you tell us if the animals and the rest of the kids are safe? No, because they're still there. Just think of the kids. If the kids get saved because Jace ran away, then that makes him a superhero. Any truth about the rumors of the hospital visit because of the assault? I'm purposely being vague. Finally, let's see. All right, so let's go back and let's read the next post. If y'all hated him before, just wait until that police report comes out. So when I saw this, I was like, yep, from what that aligns with what I was told. So did anything really happen? Is this for real this time? Or will Jace be back on Monday like nothing ever happened? And I commented and said, I can confirm he will not be back on the land Monday. So why is David and Janelle acting like nothing is going on? If they know it's coming, out, I would think they would get ahead of it, because how do you get ahead of my husband attacked my 14-year-old son? How do you get ahead of that? They are just going to act like it never happened. Yes, something major happened. However, it's an active investigation involving a minor, so not everything can be released right now. I doubt Jace is ever returning back there. We're looking down the face of something explosive. I don't know who this is, but that comment is accurate based off what I was told as well. Okay. Picturing the cops rolling up to see this. I just don't know where Jace will live now that Barbara can't take him. Janelle's probably done because David is her life. If he put his hands on that boy, we ride it. Don't. I think I said, like, well, you better gas up or something. I don't remember what I said. I think we need to get ready because, I knew what the allegations were. Can you tell me what happened? I looked on JE's social media, and of course, she's saying the reason Jace ran away was having to do with a girlfriend and not David. And Shell, rumor has it that David assaulted Jace, and that's why Jace bolted again. It was reported that Barbara showed up at the ER with Jace and told the staff that his stepfather beat him. No confirmation at this point. All speculation. Janelle is a consummate liar. Is that the same as like a habitual liar? Yeah, I think so. And will never admit that David is a monster. Oh wow! As much as I hate it, that doesn't surprise me, especially since when it was released that Barbara was sent to the hospital on Saturday, Jenelle Eason was seemingly not there and doing other things. I can't wrap my brain around the way that she thinks. It was just last month when she was going publicly trashing the swamp monster. What the hell is it going to take for her to put her kids first? Exactly. Let's see. Waiting on pins and needles. Don't attack me for this. It's just a question. But would that report be made publicly available because a minor was involved? Sorry. I'm looking for specific comments. I don't know. This person said, I saw someone mention he was at the hospital after he was found. It said he wasn't injured, though. I did not hear that he wasn't injured. I actually heard that he had evidence of injuries. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. All right, so let's go to the next post. If y'all hate him before, just wait. I can't get to all my mentions, but hang in there and trust. And then let's see. Haha. Just remember all of that happened in front of Jenelle Eason, and she still walked away defending David. Today, y'all, she does nothing but epping lie for that POS man. All right. And I heard this as well, that she was front row and center to what happened. She's on Twitter saying Barbara's a liar and David didn't do anything. Why haven't they been arrested? I can't speed up justice. All I can say is just watch. I just read ring cam footage and witnesses. God, I hope that's true. Yes, I was told that as well, that it was ring cam footage. Please tell me he's going to face some charges or something. Rue says yes. And I'm saying, like, this is what I heard as well. Is there any truth to the newest Sun article about ring camera? Yes. Thing is they didn't know that there was cameras there. So that's why she felt that she could just get online and deny it all because they were not at home. I just can't comprehend why she goes so hard for him. She needs a harsh dose of reality sitting in a cell right next to him for failure to protect her kids. It can happen. My grandchild's mother was charged for failing to protect her minor kids against her stain of a husband. She wasn't blameless because the house was filthy, but he was the one laying hands. They both got charged and convicted. Will the court CPS ever do anything? My God, these two need their children taken away. It's up to law enforcement and the courts to remove the kids and press charges. I mean, my thing is like they already removed Jace, so I don't know, what's taking them so long with the others. And I feel like um because they know this now, like all this information is coming out. Now they know that people are hearing about the assault. It's being put out there that it was caught on camera. It's being put out there that the police will be arresting them at some point and that she will possibly lose her other children and that CPS already, took Jace. So I imagine they are on pins and needles and very irritable and very stressed out. And they still have Inslee, Kaiser, and Marissa. I mean, I don't know why the police are not moving faster. I don't know why CPS is not moving faster. But if something happens to Kaiser or to Marissa or to Inslee between Friday night when they found out about the attack until at some point, and they haven't removed those kids, I personally would be like, well, y'all didn't move quick enough. Like, I understand you got to get your ducks in a row. I understand that in 2019, y'all took them and y'all took them without your ducks in a row, which is why they got them back because y'all did not do things accordingly. So that's why a judge said, well, we're giving them back because y'all didn't follow proper protocol when you took the kids. So y'all, maybe you're following everything to a T, but can you guys, I mean, how much does it take? I don't understand. How much does it take? He's expelled from school. He's ran away 3 times. The last time ended up in the hospital with evidence of abuse. Marks on his neck and his arms. Why would you have marks on your neck? Why would you have marks on your neck? Okay? So the police and CPS, they're at the hospital and they're getting the statements and they're seeing the evidence and then the footage comes forward. So like I get it, you gotta like take your time and get all your ducks in a row, but I don't understand. It's been that was Friday night. Here we are Monday night. So and like I said, it could be that David and Janelle has booked it out of town because someone did ask, like why have they not been arrested yet? And they said, well, David's acting like David does, and he's not cooperating. So I don't really know what that means because I feel like if you got this much evidence and they're at home, bust down that gate, borrow the tank from the army base, and roll that tank with freaking as many deputies as you can bring, bust the gate down, go in and take those kids and take them down. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're probably on the run. I mean, and that's just the way that I feel because I feel like it all kind of came out really soon and, you know, they were kind of alerted of everything. Like, even now, the fact that they haven't been arrested and all this evidence is coming out. Okay, three minutes ago, more details about David's assault. So 3 minutes, another article just came out, and this is the Ashley. And I'm going to tell you guys, the Ashley has really good sources. Okay, let's see this. Let's see if this goes along with what I was told. All right. All right. Earlier today, the Ashley broke the news that Janelle Evans' son Jace reportedly told his grandmother Barbara that he had been assaulted by Janelle's husband David, causing him to run away and hide from his stepdad. Now more details are coming out. The son broke the news late Monday night that Jace allegedly had marks on his arm and his neck after being assaulted by David on Thursday. Once he was located, Jace was taken to the hospital where he told several people what happened. He allegedly told the doctors, a therapist, a sheriff from the North Carolina Columbus County, and a CPS worker that he was physically attacked by David. The Sun reports the alleged attack happened outside near a home near the land and was witnessed by several people. The Ashley sources tell her that is true. Elle Bee's sources tell her that is true. In addition, the alleged attack was also caught on the homeowner's Ring camera. The Ashley sources tells her that CPS and other agencies have the video. I was told this as well. I was told that this video was viewed by people, several people, that several people had this video, the multiple agencies, and that it's bad. It was caught on Ring camera. Okay, and it was bad. And I was told that Janelle sat there and done nothing. The Ashley can also confirm that Janelle was present during the incident. Janelle did not get physical with Jace or have anything to do with that, but she was there. Janelle and David were already under CPS investigation before he ran away on Thursday. The investigation is pending, but Jace has been removed from Janelle's care and is currently, everybody keeps saying that he's in CPS custody. I'm not being told that. I'm being told the CPS has placed him, they're overseeing what's happening with him, but he is not in foster care. He's not a ward of the state. He is just, Janelle no longer has custody, and CPS is overseeing where he's at, if that makes sense, okay? And he's nowhere where they can find him. Earlier on Monday, Janelle denied that David had anything to do with the situation and claimed that Barbara was telling lies to make us look bad as a family. My children are always first. That's why they're still in my custody. Yeah, right. My mom has been on a roll lately. Just felt the need to explain because more rumors are circulating in the media. My children are still in my custody. Give us privacy and stop asking, please. Why don't you come out and say, I don't know, I was going to say, is he there? But you can't. You can't say, but she would anyways because Janelle will lie. Janelle will straight up lie about it. Just for insight, my mom has not tried speaking or visiting my kids since July. Well, you took his phone in August. You took Jace's phone in August. Janelle has yet to respond to the latest claims regarding the alleged assault. So, the people that I spoke to, that's what I was told as well. Can my mods verify with me? Was it Saturday? Saturday. Yes, Saturday. I was able to get in touch with somebody connected to the family. And he basically told me the same, all of that, and said, but you can't say anything yet. You got to let it play out. The police are working, they're doing what they need to do. Everything's going to take some time. So don't say anything yet. So it was hard. It sucks because you're like, oh my God, and to see Janelle sit there and say it was over a girl. He snuck out of his window. It was over a girl. They weren't even at home. It's just, yeah. Yeah, people don't need to know where he is. And that's another thing is like when the lady came out and said, "Oh, he was at the hospital. I saw him last night." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." Because now David and Janelle, like, if he was still there, David and Janelle could have possibly showed up to get him. But if anybody sees him, I think, it needs to be remain private so David and Janelle don't try to show up. We don't know where they're at. We don't know where David and Janelle is. We don't know. One thing we do know is Janelle's not on social media demanding, that the police department tell her where her child is, and he's not there. So if she still had custody of him, don't you think she would be demanding to know where her son was? Don't you think she would be using her platform to say that the Columbus Sheriff's Department was refusing to tell her where her child was and she would be waving her custody papers around? I don't know if they're on the land. I just assume that they're probably not. I don't feel like David and Janelle would sit around waiting. Since all this information is coming out, I don't think that they would sit around waiting. As far as I know right now, the other kids are still with them. Yeah, the first time he ran off, it was because he was a teenager, wanting space, rebellious. Then it was Barb's fault. Then it was a girlfriend. It's everyone's fault, but David and Janelle's. But the fact that he was unhappy. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. This whole thing is devastating. And for his mom to put out all these, I'm very interested to hear her side. I'm very interested. She says God knows the truth and witnesses know the truth. But it seems like those witnesses already talked to the police and already handed over the ring cam footage. So I don't think these witnesses are on your side, Janelle. That's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong. And I want to say again, this is what the Ashley source has told her. The Ashley did get a police report where it showed that Janelle that you know he ran away. We all know for sure that he ran away Thursday night. The Ashley pulled a police report that showed that Friday night he was in the hospital. Barbara was there, and he did tell them that David attacked him. That's on the police report. The Ashley has told us that Janelle lost custody. I was told that as well. Several other people that I've spoken to that has their sources said the same thing. Yes, he was an emergency filing happened Friday, early Saturday morning, I think it was. So she does not have custody of him. So that's why I'm speaking so strongly of this, is because, when you hear something, all these specific details, and then within 2 or 3 days, several media outlets start printing the same information that you were told, and you don't know if you have the same source as the media outlets. I don't know, but I know my source told me not to say anything, so I would have to imagine whoever spoke to the Ashley, if it was my source, they would have said, "Don't say nothing. Wait until you know, let them be arrested." And the only reason I'm saying it now is because it's already out there, and now I don't want people to doubt that the Ashley don't know what they're talking about, or that that some of the things that Rue put up is not true, because several people were told this, me included. You know, so I don't see how this can be lies. Um, I not with what's being said. I mean, to say there's video footage for sources, multiple different sources, to be saying yes, there's video. Oh, and there was somebody else that was on there. Hold on, let me find them. There was somebody else that was like, let's see. Oh, that was the son where it said, it was recorded, marks on his arm and his neck. Was Janelle witness to it too, or was she not with David when it happened? She was a witness, from what I was told. She was there. Rue, do you think David will be arrested? I'm on edge, really hoping that they get this POS this time. They cannot let him wiggle out of this again. The child could have died. Yeah, so here's where the son printed that. in the hospital, Jace claimed to police, to a CPS employee, to uh, hospital staff that the night before that the incident took place, the night before he ran away, that the source said the alleged incident took place outside another person's house and there were witnesses. In the hospital, Jace claimed the violent incident took place the night before he ran away. Or I think they're saying it happened the night before and he had ran away the night before. I think this incident happened Thursday night, okay? The source said the alleged incident took place outside another person's home and there were witnesses. Additionally, the insider noted they had a ring camera that captured the incident. The incident was all documented by CPS. I would think there has to be footage for the Sun and Ashley to bring it up in their articles. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think they would say that without like really knowing. Yes, Kathy. Yep, that's true, Mouse. For sure. Yeah, I'm glad that it was caught on camera because no doubt Janelle and David would deny until the cows come home. We know this. I mean, she's denying it right now, and there was witnesses that was there. I don't understand it either. I have to get back to my Zoom class, but he deserves safety and rest. I'm sorry if this is triggering you. You don't deserve to be treated like that. You didn't deserve to be treated like that. I still don't. This is a very triggering subject, so trigger warning. CPS does have the ring recording. Yes, Carrie Ann, from what I was told and what is being reported. As a former foster mom, my mom was a guardian and someone with a sister who was a CPS adoption. Most of these kids have issues. You can't beat it out of them. It's not their fault. I mean, can we really, when you look at Jace, and I don't know this for certain, but is it possible Janelle, and I don't know this for certain, but is it possible that Janelle did drugs when pregnant? Possibly. I don't know. CVP, thank you so much. All the best to you and yours. Thank you for advocating for Jace. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Absolutely. I don't know if that's the case, but what I do know is, Jace was born, and if you go back and watch the show, you see Janelle running off without a care in the world. If Barbara could watch him, or wanted to watch him, or had to work the next day, so she needed to go to get to bed early, Barbara would say, "I have to work tomorrow, Janelle. Make sure you're home." Barbara had to put the kid in daycare. She literally had to start paying daycare because Janelle ran off so much and would not come home sometimes that she had to put him in daycare because Barbara always had a job. And Barbara was like, if I'm home, I don't, I'm not going to just leave the kid on the floor, crying for his mother because she took off. I'm going to go get him and I'm going to attend to him. However, I still have to work. Did Janelle pay for daycare? I think later on she started paying for daycare, but not when he was little, you know? Um, Barbara begged Janelle, stay home and take care of your baby, Janelle. Stop running around with all these losers. Stop running around and getting high with Keepa. Stay home and take care of your baby, Janelle. I mean, y'all go back and watch the older episodes. Did we forget? I mean, Barbara may not have, done everything right, but she certainly stepped up and, you know, started taking care of Jace. And there were fighting in front of Jace. There was yelling and screaming and fighting, and there was introduction of different men. that would come into Janelle's life that would be introduced to Jace. There were several moments where we saw Janelle leave, her and Barbara yelling and screaming and cussing at each other, and her leave and him crying at the door. You see, the difference here, let me point this out. Why is being a wine mom better than being a pot mom? You see, Barbara was not his mom, though. Barbara was his grandmother. Barbara did not get pregnant with Jace. So if Barbara, as a mother who had one child living left in her, still in her house, which was her 16-year-old daughter, who was in high school, Barbara worked a job, a full-time job that she retired from. If Barbara, she got off work and she wanted to sit home and drink her a little bit of wine, that should have been her prerogative. Did we ever see Barbara nodding off because she was so drunk? Here's the thing. Let's not act like Janelle was on pot only. I don't have a problem with pot. Not at all. We literally saw Janelle nodding off on heroin. Heroin. With Kiefer. You know what I'm saying? Like, Barbara was not his mother, though. That was Janelle. Was she 16? Was she young? Sure. But her mom, Barbara begged her, Janelle, stay home. Take care of your baby. Please take care of your baby. So, if Jace struggles and has problems, sure, I imagine he does. He probably deals with being abandonment, daddy issues, because he don't have a dad. He never had a dad. We know he has ADHD. I think it was mentioned that he was bipolar. So that on top of all that he dealt with his mom not sticking around and, I mean, come on. Like, Barbara could have said, I'm not raising him. Put him in foster care. She didn't. She didn't. Barbara got up and went to work every day that she had to work, took Jace to daycare if Janelle was hungover, asleep, or didn't show up at the house. This is all on the show. You can watch it. She paid for the daycare until years later when I think Janelle finally started paying for it. Literally, like by this time, Jace was like 7, 8, 9 years old when she finally started paying like child support and daycare or something. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and berate Barbara. Will I say that she done everything right? None of us do. But Jace does not deserve what happened to him. I'm the rogue mod. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys don't remember where like Janelle got so mad because the cameras were there and she couldn't really come out and tell Kiefer what she wanted him to go do. So she was like being really angry and she locked herself in the bathroom and Kiefer like knocking on the bathroom was like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And finally he's like, "Do you want me to go get you?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Okay, I'm going." I mean, and here's the thing. Did Janelle change? Did Janelle get off all of that? Yes, she did. And Janelle has come a ways since then, and her life has calmed down. However, clearly there is still some situations. There are still some issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ran away 3 times. It was said that he was taking off his medication. It was said that she stopped sending him to his behavioral therapist. He was expelled from school. And also, to my knowledge, he was never expelled or suspended when he lived with Barbara. To my knowledge, I'm not saying that he wasn't, but to my knowledge, he wasn't. Also, yes, Janelle said that he ran away when he lived with Barbara too. But I was told by someone close that he would get mad and he would go to like Colin's house and chill out, or he would go to like a friend's house and he always came back, which was why Barbara never had to call the police. Barbara never had to call the police because she knew he was coming back. Who did he go to? Like, who did he call when he ran away this time? He called Barbara. Because that's his home. That's his safety. Probably when he makes a good grade at school, he wants to get home and call Barbara. Probably when he first, met this little girl that he liked, he probably wanted to get home and talk to Barbara. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his person that he feels that bond to. Yeah, the only constant in his life. I don't think they're in school right now. I think they're out on like a vacation. What I don't see is 666 on the screen. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a Christian too, and I wouldn't put anything like 666 up. So I don't really know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're seeing something on the screen um that you think is 666. I don't know if you're seeing like my L studio that my head got like covered up partially. So you think that's what it is? I'm not really sure. Under Lola's handle? Was it? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think they're on a break right now. I mean, I don't know if it was like somebody's comment that I highlighted, and if it was, I do apologize, because I didn't see that. But maybe the person was born like the 6th month of 1966. I don't know. Um, I'm trying to even go back in the chat and see if I even see anybody with a screen name like that. I don't even see a screen name. And I am giving mods. I'm always very confident in who you guys time out or boot. Anybody that comes in just being a troll, just boot them. Um, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it could have potentially been um like some of David and Janelle's friends, but I don't know that for sure. Yes, Marky Mark. So when he ran away, he called Barbara and asked Barbara to come get him. Okay, Carrie Ann, thank you. Yeah, definitely not a devil worshiper here. I am a Jesus loving Christian for sure. Um, our local college is called the Demons, and their sign is like that. And when I used to work radio, we always ended the live stream, and this was because our boss told us, like go Demons, and I actually posted a photo from one of you know at the end of my shift hosting at the radio, and I posted it with my coworker Trini Triggs. If you don't know who that is, you can look him up on YouTube. He was a country music singer, Trini Triggs. Um, so I hosted with him on the radio, and I put up a picture of me and him, at the radio, and because that's how we had to end it because our local go demons, yes. So I got some backlash for that. Like, oh, I thought you were a Christian. How dare you do like devil horns? And I'm like, no, this is literally just because I get it east to west. I didn't see it, um, but growing up, I was always told like that 666 is the number of Satan. So I get what you're saying. I did not see it. And please don't ever understand if I have something up on the screen and it says something like that. I'm never taking it for anything like that. And I would never put it up because of that. Kelly says Elle doesn't even really cuss when going on. Yeah. I mean, I used to be really bad. Like I would spell curse words. Like if I was like repeating that somebody said the crap word, I'd be like SHIT. Um, so thank you, Haunting Haley. Elle, I appreciate you continuing to cover this after the trouble that Janelle is giving you. I love your soft demeanor and was scared you'd stop. I don't watch reality TV. I get the coverage here. To be honest with you, I almost considered not covering Janelle and David anymore. I really did. Um, I really did. I was like, you know what? She strikes my channel, like, forget that. But I know she's doing that as a way to silence me, and I'm not going to be silenced because if she strikes me, I will continue to appeal it. I will every time. And everything that I do, because I'm a commentator, it falls under fair use. I can show your picture as long as I'm commentating on it. I can. Can't imagine what Marissa is going through, her being the oldest and has seen it all. Um, I will say that when Josh Duggar walked into his sentencing hearing, Josh Duggar from, 19 Kids and Counting, he was being charged, he was charged with receiving and possessing child PORN, and he was found guilty and at his sentencing hearing, he walked in and he shot the I love you symbol to his wife, Anna, and she did it back. But yeah, I will continue to cover this, especially when it comes to Jace and those children. Uh, a lot of some people's like, "How dare you monetize this?" Like, first off, this is my job. I put a lot of time and effort and energy into what I do, and I feel like Jace felt alone. His TikTok kind of said that he was struggling, and I'm going to continue to cover this as long as if Jace was to reach out to me and say, "Stop covering me," then I would. I would be like, "Okay, never mind." You know, I would absolutely stop covering it. But I don't cover him in a demeaning way. I cover him in a way to shed light on he needs help and he needs to be saved. That's just my opinion. People care about him. We watched him grow up from the time he was born. From the time he was born. A lot of us feel like we're like his aunts in some regard. You know what I'm saying? And we do care about his well being. 3 grand. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If every YouTuber and media outlet just did not talk about this at all, it would go under the radar and they could potentially get away with this. Could you imagine if none of us, if David's over there, really, Jace, and we just don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'm sorry, I just can't imagine that. I just can't. Marissa is David's daughter, and Marissa has been in their custody since 8 years old, and that is because Marissa's mama struggled with addiction and had gotten into some issues with that. So, yeah, um, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on everything, you guys. I mean, if something breaks at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be here to report it. If something happens at 2 o'clock in the morning, I might wait until like 6 or 7 so people have time to wake up. But as soon as I find it out, I'll read everything and I'll bring it right here to you guys. Will this Ring camera be released to the public? Okay, so I don't know that, but because it involves minors, I'm feeling like it won't. And to be honest, I struggle with this. I struggle with feeling like it shouldn't. Um, Rowans, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you guys' support. I struggle with feeling like it shouldn't. But then there's also this part of me that's like, I feel like people should see what David did. That way Janelle cannot continue to act like he's this innocent saint. So I struggle with, I guess to me, I would not, I don't know, like if it got put out, I would still struggle, just like his TikToks, they got put out, but I still felt like maybe I shouldn't show them. Um, Marissa's 16. So if I could have a way to talk to Jace and he's like, yeah, play it. Let people see what he did to me. Then I would definitely play it. You know, there's a chance it could be released but be redacted and blurred. If that's true, I feel like the only reason that it may not be released is it's an active investigation, and then for the due to the fact that he's a minor. But if the police are going to release it, it will come out because too many media outlets don't struggle the way that I struggle over covering certain things. Does that make sense? Too many media outlets are like, we'll put anything out there. I mean, media outlets, celebrity dying of horrible disease and her husband cheats, and the mistress goes to TMZ, and TMZ will put it out. Whereas me, I'm like, I'm not touching that. Just because I care. You know, oh, thank you, Jay. I don't like it being released, but I fear Janelle will continue to lie and gaslight if it isn't. That's true. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Ruby, for the super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Janelle is his cash cow. Yep. Um, when they say CPS custody means they are in charge of Jace, not that he's in foster care. Thank you, Angie, for specifying that because that's what I was told as well. I was told he is not in CPS custody. They are overseeing where he's at and what is happening, but he's not in state's care like with a foster family. If that makes sense. Best channel for this content. You and the mods are so amazing. Love to hear. Oh, thank you, Aunt Haley. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this one. Thank you, Miss Ruby. I will reach out and see if they are open to us sending cards and letters to Jace to just show our support. Because I think that could be a good thing. Because I feel like Jace is going to be going through it for a while, coming off of this and knowing that his mother, her husband, attacked him, and his mother sat there and done nothing. If what we're hearing is true, this is going to be a big eye opener for him. Because I think at the end of the day, Jace always thought, my mom struggled with some issues, so my grandmother raised me, but sure, my mom loves me. Of course, my mom loves me. So for this to happen is going to be something on another level, that he's going to have to reconcile. That could reveal your source. Just call Barbara. Last time I called Barbara, she's like, no, you're one of those haters. So, and I can't even imagine what she's going through right now. Does anyone know if they have a safety bunker, apocalyptic type of thing on the land? I think if they did, they would have filmed about that. So I don't think so. Yes, Jennifer. Oh my gosh. And by the way, of his TikToks, he already was. His TikToks actually posted. If I did that, Rebecca, I would probably have you guys send them to me and I would send them. That way I could go through them and make sure it's nothing horrible, because I would not want to just give an address for them to be sent and somebody sends something horrible to him and, get mad or say, we don't have to go through you. But y'all, the internet is just weird, just wild. You would be surprised. You'd be surprised at people that think this is a light subject, a funny subject, or that Jace maybe deserved this in some type of way, or that there was something that Jace could have done that made what David did right. And there's anything that a child does that is deserving of a man as big as David that has no blood relation to him and is barely a stepfather has the right to place his hands on this child. I mean, even if Jace jumped on David could have just held him down and said, Janelle, call 911. This kid's trying to jump on me. You know what I'm saying? So far, Andrew has not said anything about this. I may try to reach out to him. I don't know. Normally they don't, east to west. Normally they do not. Uh, to my knowledge, I don't think so. Especially if it's something like this. If it's something, I actually didn't, Rebecca. So thank you for saying that because I actually didn't think about that. Um, if it's something like where one of the parents was accused of assault and there was some physical evidence, such as marks, then I would think that they would remove all of the children. But I'm going to keep my eyes on this, you guys. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to continue to keep up with this, and the way that I kind of do things is when more information comes out, I go live, I go over the information, and then we just kind of chat about it in the chat for a while. I give you my thoughts, and I read the comments, and we just sit here and we do chit chat about it. So if that's kind of the style that you like, if you want to keep up with this, and then have a place where you can, a little community where you can discuss the situation after hearing, the new allegations are sometimes the new facts that we can confirm. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm not going to stop covering this. And if she strikes me or whatever, I will appeal. I will fight it. And I will start using my TikTok or my Instagram until, if I have to. Nicolette, she lost custody of Jace, but she's denying it. But anyways, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't think that Andrew should have the right to come in and take Jace. Jace doesn't know Andrew. So I think if Jace wanted to start talking to his dad and then slowly build a bond, that will be up to him. But there's no bond there, and Jace does not know that man. So you guys let me your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see. Oh, on your way out, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.